My goodness. And there it is. Wow, get the pin to go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for continued coverage of the 2021 PWBA Albany Open. My name is Aaron Smith, and we're going to head out to the lanes at Kingpin's Alley at Family Fun Center in South Glens Falls, New York, in just a moment. The warm-up session has just concluded, and our top 12 competitors are returning to the lanes for 6 more games. After these 6 games, we will know the top 4 for tonight's stepladder final taking place at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on BowlTV.com. We'll be joined by Emil Williams Jr. and Curtis Von Kruger in just a little bit. But let's head out to the lanes. Just like that. Boom. And take a look at our competitors. Once again, final announcements wrapping up before we get into a competition here. We're going to run across the standings real quick. Once again, we'll be looking at the top 4. That's going to be the big number to keep an eye out for to see who is going to advance to the step ladder tonight. We'll go full screen here as well. So here are the numbers we are looking at right now. Kelly Kulick continues to lead. Plus 680 for 18 games. That's a 237.78 average. Kelly Kulick leading the field right now. We're going to watch her here in game 1 on 21 and 22 along with Valerie Bercier. Sitting at second and has held on to that spot for quite some time now. Shannon O'Keefe, plus 633. And there you see Shannon far right of your screen. Sitting in third, our opening round leader, Stephanie Johnson at plus 578. And then rounding out the top 4. Check out this finish here, folks. After a 182, 226, 190 start, Brianna Klemmer rolled games of 268, 277, and 252. That's a 797 series for her last 3 games to get to plus 518 and into the top 4. She made the show last week at the BVL Open. And here she is once again in contention, a rookie this season on the PWBA Tour. The first player out, Danielle McCune, 5 pins back of Klemmer at plus 513. So, and looking at the 12 players who advanced to this round, DMAC was the only player not to go more than 100 over during the block. So she had a couple of games below 200, 192 and 187 in games 4 and game 5 before shooting 228 in the finale. She was plus 91 for the block, but kind of fell a little bit back here. So now in 5th place, first time outside the top 4 in a while for Danielle. Sitting in 6th place, Sydney Brummett, plus 477. 25-time titleist Liz Johnson in 7th place, plus 451. Alexis Nair, plus 448. Lauren Pate, plus 441. Clara Guerrero, plus 400. Taylor Boltice, plus 397. And then Valerie Bercier earned the final spot in a roll-off victory over Brianna Cote. They both finished at plus 386. Bercier delivered the strike she needed on the first shot of the 10th to get around her in that roll-off, 224 to 217. So Bercier rolled a 300 game in round 3 of qualifying as well. You can find that video and more posted on the PWBA social media channels. So once again, after this 6-game round, 24-game pinfall totals will determine who advances. So taking a look at that, Kelly Kulik at plus 680. She has a 160-pin cushion to fourth spot. So Kelly, and as we can see, 3 strikes to kick things off, in great position to advance to her third championship round appearance of the 2021 season. Same can be said for Shannon O'Keefe. She's got about 120 pins to work with, but she's not looking to slow down here. The 2-time reigning PWBA Player of the Year, looking for her second championship round appearance of the season, has already collected a victory, winning the season opening Bowlers Journal Classic. Stephanie Johnson has 60 pins ahead of the number. She's looking for her first championship round appearance of this season, 3-time titleist on tour. And then Clemmer, as we mentioned, just 5 pins ahead of Danielle McCune. So certainly a lot to be determined there. But looking back to a couple spots down, going all the way to Lauren Payton, 9th place. She's just 77 pins back. And with the scoring pace, we've seen players make big jumps in the standings. Valerie Bercier being one of them, jumping all the way from 26th to 12th last round on the strength of that 300 game and 1436 6-game total. So 236 over for the block to get to plus 386 overall. But I think the interesting dynamic, and we talked a lot about, the strength of this show, strength of the top 4, the top 5 throughout most of the week so far. But I'm going to be very intrigued to see how some of the young athletes, the up-and-comers, the brand-new players to tour, respond in this situation. So we saw Clemmer make the show last week. But for Sydney Brummett, Alexis Nair, and Lauren Pate, all within 80 pins of the number right now, all 3 of them are looking to make their first championship round appearance in a national tour stop. So this will be interesting to watch kind of it unfold, see how they handle the pressure, see if they're able to gain some momentum here in the early going and go on a run. Same could be said for Taylor Boltice. She's a little bit farther back, plus 397. She's made a handful of top 12s this year. She's on our featured pair right now, but she's looking for her first national tour championship round appearance, has won a regional event on the PWBA tour, but still looking for that breakthrough on the national circuit. For those of you watching on BowlTV.com, you already know you can watch every single pair that's now in play through our 4 channels. We also have an additional commentary channel. That's actually what you're watching right now here on BowlTV.com and on Facebook. So hello to the folks watching on Facebook. Thank you for joining us here. As a friendly housekeeping reminder, we will be here for Game 1, and then we will go ahead and send the stream only to BowlTV.com. So you have to head over there to watch continued coverage of the Albany Open and, of course, the stepladder finals tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, the time for that. So pick up your subscription today. You can pick up the event ticket to watch the live coverage for the rest of the day for $8.95. You can pick up a monthly recurring subscription, which gives you access to the entire site, not just the live events, for $9.95, so just $1 more to check out the monthly recurring subscription. And then the annual subscription, $79.95, the best way to support the PWBA Tour and its great athletes. Pick one of those up, $79.95. Transaction fees do apply for all 3. With the monthly and the annual, you do unlock full access to BowlTV.com, including archived events and on-demand coverage as well. Another bonus of being a part of the Bowl TV community is the Bowl TV chat. Big hello to everybody who's already chimed in. It's a great, fun community, talking about bowling, having a good time, occasionally talking about donuts and other various tangents we tend to get off on. And, of course, giveaways as well. You usually have one giveaway per every round. We have one of those scheduled a little bit later in the block as well. And, of course, during the stepladder finals tonight, We're giving away not one, not two, but 3 bowling balls to Bowl TV viewers. One from Storm, one from Rotogrip, and one from Brunswick. All are going to be available during the stepladder finals tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. Once again, the time. There's still time to pick up your subscription to Bowl TV. We do have live scoring available as well, courtesy of Lane Talk. You can find that on PWBA.com. Strong starts here in game 1. Across the house, Liz Johnson. Strike open. Next 5 can still shoot 268. Danielle McCune can still get into the 250s with the 8th, 9th, and 10th to go. 259 the max for Brianna Clemmer. And here on our featured pairs, we have Valerie Bercier looking to make it 7 in a row. Takes care of business, can still shoot 290. 268 the max for Kelly Kulik. 267 for Shannon O'Keefe. Kelly from way downtown on this 36-foot condition. Once again, the gutter plane is in play, has been in play this week. And the scores have reflected that. Took a 221.44 average to advance here to the round of 12. Let's bring in Curtis Von Kruger for a quick update as well. Curtis, welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Always good to hear your voice, Aaron. Little update. It looks like the game plan is going to be pretty much do what you got, do what you did to get yourself here. A lot of down and in shots. The transition should be a little easier going into that third, fourth game, as you probably already mentioned, a lot less urethane being thrown down the lane. You only really have 2 bowlers at the moment that are still in it. Danielle McCune being one of them. So it's going to provide a little bit of an easier transition, although it seems like the front parts of the lanes are hooking a little earlier. Some of the bowlers are already starting in later round balls that they threw maybe the third game, the round before, and it looks like the back ends might be a touch tighter as would be expected. So I do feel like the scores are going to be a lot higher this block as pretty much everybody's playing in the same zone. So they're going to break them down a little bit better, and you'll see the results with the strikes at the end of the game.
All right, excellent stuff, Curtis. Be sure to check out Curtis's latest video, Valerie Bercier shooting 300, available on the PWBA and USBC social media channels, folks. Curtis,
absolutely,
great
Thank
job
you,
as
Aaron.
always.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Curtis von Kruger joining us. Here on site at Kingpin's Alley. No messing around here, though, from our top seed at the moment, Kelly Kulik, though does not get the 10 out there. Still shoot 247 this game. Kelly went 220 over during today's morning block. 244, 214, 255, 249, 256, and 202. The top overall performance in round 3 belonged to Valerie Bercier, 1436. Players above 1,400 in that last round who made the cut to the top 12. I mentioned Bercier, 236 over for that block. Taylor Baltice, 219. Claire Guerrero, 212. Sydney Brummett, 224. Stephanie Johnson, 217. Shannon O'Keefe, 206. And Kelly Kulik, 220 over for her 6 games in round 3. So getting to the 10th frame here, just a reminder to the folks watching on Facebook, we're going to wrap up this frame, and then that's going to do it for the Facebook feed. So be sure to head on over to bowltv.com, pick up your subscription to watch the PWBA Albany Open. Valerie Bercier says, whoa, 9-pin. Got that one out to the twig, came charging back. Shannon O'Keefe mixes them up. She's going to be in the 260s. Going to gain a couple pins here on Kelly Kulik. Kelly gets the first hit in the 10th. Still gets it 247. 47 pins was the difference between Kelly and Shannon entering this game. So Shannon the opportunity to get it to less than 30. Bercier's going to be in the 250s now. Taylor Baltice in the 2 teens. There it is. Nice 267 out of the gate, Shannon O'Keefe. Some other updates from across the house. Clara Guerrero is going to be in the 220s. Stephanie Johnson going to be in the 180s this game, so giving a few pins back to the field. Lauren Pate, her max 169. Brianna Clemmer in the 220s. Liz Johnson, 247. Some of the numbers out there. So this advantage for Kulik for the top spot, going to be less than 20 pins now with 5 to go. 237 for her, but Shannon O'Keefe, 267. Impressive performances all around. So, folks, with the conclusion of game number 1, going to go ahead and take a quick break. Get ready for game 2 here at the PWBA Albany Open. If you're on BowlTV.com, you're already at the right spot, the place to be, to continue to watch and find out who the top 4 is going to be for tonight's stepladder final, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you are on Facebook, head on over to BowlTV.com, create that login, get yourself a subscription, and watch the action. Join us, join the community on Bowl TV. So, folks, we'll be right back from South Glens Falls, New York, for the Albany Open. Game 2 underway. Brianna Clemmer delivering a strike. She's joined by Lauren Pate on 23 and 24. Stephanie Johnson and Clara Guerrero on 21 and 22. Nice conversion there for Clara to kick things off. Game 2. Now we've seen Stephanie Johnson pretty early on in blocks go with that high road max. That is not a bright green bowling ball by any stretch. So trying something different here, seeing the lanes a little bit different. She did have, as we mentioned, a little bit of a slower start. I believe it was going to be in the 180s. So Brianna Klemmer had gotten within about 20 pins of her. As we settle into game number 2, just a reminder, folks, a lot of great sponsors on the PWBA Tour, including Storm. Storm Bowling is the leading manufacturer of high-performance bowling equipment. Be sure to visit your local VIP Pro Shop to pick up your new Storm bowling ball and bowl up a storm. Storm will be providing one of the giveaways later tonight during the stepladder finals. Storm bowling ball of your choice is going to be up for grabs. So a big thank you to Storm for their continued support. There's Klemmer looking for the front 5. Just hoping for a little bit of hold early on in that one, and happy just to have the 4-pin left standing. Over on 25 and 26, Danielle McCune has started with the front 5. Kelly Kulik, front 4. Klemmer and Lauren Pate, teammates and national champions at McKendree University. Both part of the team that won the 2017 NCAA Women's Bowling Championship and Intercollegiate Team Championships title. Four in a row for Stephanie. Danielle up to 6 in a row now on 25 and 26. Kelly up to 5 on 29 and 30. Shannon and O'Keefe 5 out of the first 6 on 31 and 32. Taylor Baltice also with 5 out of the first 6. Sydney Brummett 5 out of 6. Those scores on our other feature channels. The stone cold 5 there for Clemmer. Carrie not cooperating on that one. Gives herself the little pat on the back coming back. Question from Tabitha about the ball change for Stephanie. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think may have overheard in the background from one of the stations. It sounded like Matt McNeil mentioned a high road, so that might be back to the original high road on the ball change for Steph, but not 100% sure. We'll see if we can talk to someone on site and confirm. Kelly was using a pitch purple in game number 1. To Joseph's question. Danielle now up to 8 in a row. Kelly with 7. I mentioned that Danielle was the one player who fell a little bit farther back in that last round. She is in business here. All right, let's go see if we can find out or follow Danielle McCune here. So everybody hang tight for just a quick second. All right, Danielle is going to be up on the approach, far left of your screen, looking for 9 consecutive strikes. We're in business. 2 already this event. Can we make it 3? Kelly Kulik, 10-pin in frame number 8. So our final chance for number 3 of the Albany Open belongs to Danielle McCune. She's already had a 299. She's bowling with Alexis Nyer. Also taking a look at Sydney Brummett and Liz Johnson here. All right, folks, it's time. Business picking up. Danielle McCune, started this round in 5th place. 5 pins out of the show. Stepping up, 10th frame, looking for her 10th consecutive strike. Going direct up the boards with urethane. Get that 10 pin out of there. Ten for 10, D-Mac. Five-time tour titleist. He's made a couple of shows already this season. Brummett delivers in the 9th. She can still get to 247. First hit in the 10th for Alexis Nyer. Her max 225. Liz Johnson can still get to 218. But right now it's D-Mac's world. We're just living in it. Can we get 11? Oh. The ring of the 10. Fantastic delivery. That 10 pin's going to be stubborn for us here, folks. Denying us a chance at our 3rd perfect game of the week. It's going to be 288. She's now 626 pins on the right side of plus. Stephanie Johnson's going to be in the 260s. Kelly Kulik already in the 260s, can still get into the 270s. Shannon O'Keefe shot 258. 259 for Taylor Boltice. Into game 3 we go. Unofficial standings right now through 20 games total. We have Kelly Kulick leading at plus 795. Shannon O'Keefe in second, plus 758. Stephanie Johnson in third, plus 631. Danielle McCune plus 626 in fourth. Brianna Clemmer, first player out, plus 568. Liz Johnson plus 516. Alexis Nair plus 500. Sydney Brummett plus 490. Taylor Baltice plus 471. Lauren Pate plus 463. Valerie Bercier plus 451. Clara Guerrero plus 428. Once again, those are unofficial. Here in game 3, Taylor Baltice and Shannon O'Keefe making their way to 25 and 26. Clara Guerrero and Stephanie Johnson staying on this channel, 27-28. See Stephanie Johnson stepping up here, second frame. She's part of the Roto-Grip staff, and Roto-Grip, a proud sponsor here of the PWBA Tour. And at Roto-Grip, everything they do is done to put you in a position to dominate. They make their equipment, which makes you your best. Because it's not your name up there next to your score, it's your reputation. Be sure to visit rotogrip.com to view their complete line of high-performance bowling balls. Roto-Grip, proud sponsor of the PWBA Tour.
just made a little move, a little rotation, slow speed. She throws that on 28. That shot on 28 would be 10. 27 is just
All right, folks, game 3. Did receive a report that we are having a little bit of an issue with getting the scores up online. We do have our unofficial tally for you, though. Heading into this game, game 20 overall, Kelly Kulick at plus 795, leading the way. Shannon O'Keefe, we're watching her right now, plus 758 in second. Stephanie Johnson, plus 631 in third. Danielle McEwen at plus 626 in fourth. So that is your top 4 at the moment. First player out of the top 4, Brianna Clemmer, plus 568. Liz Johnson, plus 516. Alexis Nair, plus 500. Sydney Brummett, plus 490. Taylor Boltice, plus 471. Lauren Pate, plus 463. Valerie Bercier, plus 451. And Clara Guerrero, plus 428. Players looking to make a move here in game number 3. Alexis Nair can still shoot .268 this game. She's on 31 and 32. Liz Johnson, a max of .280 on 21 and 22. Kelly Kulick just doing Kelly Kulick things. Still can get into the 260s this game with a couple more strikes. Let's head over to 21-22 really quick. Take a look at Liz Johnson. Looking to make a run at 280 here. Kelly Kulik also putting up a game. We mentioned her a little bit earlier. Still get to 269. Liz looking to make her move. Gets them to crumble. Danielle McEwen now at plus 661. She was in the 230s. Big game from Alexis Nyer, now up to plus 564. 264 for the rookie on tour this season. There we go. Liz is into the 280 or 270s. Can max out at 280. Shannon O'Keefe now up to plus 784. See if Liz can get one more. Cap off this 280 game. Put her at plus 596. The legend. Going to be a rough game for Brianna Clemmer. Looking to make her run into the top four. She's going to be in the 170s this game. 246 for Kelly Kulik. She's now up to plus 841. All right, so here's the unofficial update. All right, a quick unofficial update. Through 21 games here, 3 overall for this block. Our top 4, Kulik plus 841, O'Keefe plus 784, McCune plus 661, Stephanie Johnson plus 633. First player out, Liz Johnson plus 596 after that big 280. Alexis Nyer plus 564. Brianna Clemmer plus 543. Taylor Baltice plus 506. Let's go ahead and bring in Emil Williams Jr. to the broadcast. There he is.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm sorry I'm late. It's been a hectic last couple of hours.
But the important part is you're here now.
I am here. I am here now. Thanks, Kathy. Obviously, Aaron, you've been covering the scores with the unofficial updates. Thank you. There is an issue, obviously, with scores at the moment. They are now being printed inside the building, so at the front desk with their cumulative totals. So we'll be able to essentially verify and confirm Aaron's totals from what he has already gathered. Aaron, if you want to run through those quickly, and then we'll bring in Curtis and go from there.
All right. Once again, we'll go with all the players who are plus 500 or better right now. Our top 4, Kelly Kulik plus 841, Shannon O'Keefe plus 784, Danielle McCune plus 661, Stephanie Johnson plus 633, your top 4. First player out, Liz Johnson plus 596, Alexis Nyer plus 564, Brianna Clemmer plus 543, and then Taylor Baltice plus 506.
I believe all of those are correct.
All right.
I knew they would be because you're doing it.
Never know. You never know. Let's bring in Curtis right now to see the update. Curtis, my man.
Thank you, Aaron. Just get a little update on equipment that Liz Johnson threw. Obviously, you guys mentioned that she bowled that big 280 game. She's been staying in the same ball pretty much the entire tournament, throwing a phase 2, strong symmetrical ball with a really aggressive cover stock. Gets her through the mids and really reads the back end of the pattern well without overreacting. So she's been able to play up the boards with that ball very effectively. And the last person you want to see in your rearview mirror is Liz Johnson, the GOAT, looking to make a big move here late in the block to try to secure her spot in the top 4.
All right, Curtis, excellent breakdown. The phase 2, the ball of choice for Legend Liz. I like it. Thanks, Curtis.
Not a problem. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, into game 4. And just got a note from Tennille as well. So it's going to look a little different, but they are going to try and push those updates to the website as well, so you can refresh that link. It's not quite up there just yet, but once they get all the scores in and verified, hopefully we'll have something online as well for you good folks to check out.
Aaron, while I have just one small moment, well, two things. One, and then we'll get back to bowling. One, happy birthday to my mom. Today is my mom's birthday, and I appreciate her certainly for providing birth and life. It's always a plus. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. And then also just wanted to give some quick love out to my guy, Jake Peters, and the Peters family and the Hurst family. Today is his wife's unfortunate funeral. Melissa, I know it's been obviously a rough couple of days, weeks for them and months in that situation. So just wanted to let Jake and his family and the bowling community certainly know that we're all with you, my man. I'm sporting my Mel's Mafia T-shirt right here. So shout out to Mel. And there we go. Wanted to show some love to the Peters family today.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Emil. All right, folks, we're going to go back to full screen here. Game 4 of 6. Just 3 games left to go here at the PWBA Albany Open.
The other thing I was doing, Aaron, was trying to find my phone.
I hope you had some luck with that.
I did not.
Uh-oh.
So I'll need all the good vibes for that. Couldn't have come at a worse time, because I don't have time to look for my phone once the round of 12 is over. It's obviously go time to get ready for the step lap. Speaking of go time here, 31 and 32. 2 unblemished scorecards.
Word of the day, unblemished. Let's head over there in a sec. Nice shot from Alexis. Guess if we're getting technical, there's 3 at the moment up on this pair, along with Taylor Boltice, Shannon O'Keefe, spare 3-bagger. Mentioned Taylor Boltice getting to plus 506. She's moved up a couple spots here in these opening games of this block. She was more than 100 over after her first 3. So we've given you the rundown after 3. There is a score sheet up available now. It looks a little bit different than what we've been posting, but you can find that. That's after game 2. They're going to post game 3 momentarily. So we are starting to get something up online. So once again, fighting through some scoring bug issues. Here in the final round. There's a lot of love for your mom in the chat there, Mr. Williams.
Oh, that's what's up. I wish I could take a photo of it to show her.
Good question from Thomas in the chat about we talked a lot about Stephanie and that high road max she's been using primarily at the beginning of blocks as she's been near the top of the leaderboard throughout the course of the week. And we noticed that change in game 2. We caught her on our featured channel, was out of that ball. Thought it might be a high road, the original, based off of some of the talks I could overhear from some of the ball reps. But yes, agreed. Working well. Front 8 for Steph. Ring the 10 for Clara in the 8th. Guerrero at plus 398, currently in 12th place. Valerie Bercier plus 426 in 11th. Sydney Brummett plus 446 in 10th. And Lauren Pate in 9th place plus 480. All right, folks, and if you give the scoring sheet a refresh, we should have scores or total pinfall through 21 games available for you. As we mentioned, it does look a little bit different than what we've been seeing throughout the course of the week. As we're now up to 9. It's a little MJ shrug right there coming off the approach.
You know, fun fact about Stephanie, she was born in Cicero, Illinois.
I did not know that.
Which is a small Chicago suburb just outside the city, like literally just outside of it.
So our second attempt here. In round 4, we had Danielle McCune start with the front 10 before a 10-pin slowed her down 288 in game 2. Go see Steph up on the right lane, lane 32 here in just a moment. Taylor Baltais can still get to 279, 269 the max score for Shannon O'Keefe. She's up in the 8th frame. Fires off the spot. Steph for shot of the 10th. 4-6-7 ends the run. They're going to be in the 260s here. Certainly not going to hurt her run. She hopes to make her first championship round appearance of the 2021 season. 265, the final tally for Stephanie Johnson. Claire's going to be in the 250s. Saw some scores develop like this during the last block, where I think the low game between between 6 players was about 230 something. There goes Taylor. Bit of a rough game for Danielle. She can only get to 188 this game. Brianna Clemmer can get to 217. Alexis Nair can get to 241. Real big 10th frame coming up for Danielle to try and bail out 180. Liz Johnson opened in the 9th frame. She can max out at 196. So this is the opportunity for Alexis Nair to make her move. Ten pin for Danielle, first shot of the 10th, so she's going to be in the 160s at most. Alexis got the double in the 10th, so 241 with one more strike. Oh, goodness, Danielle missed it.
Whoa. Whoa. The fam is here too, by the way. Danielle's fam I'm speaking of.
Alexis Nair is going to be less than 15 pins out of the show.
It's been a good 2021, excuse me, for the Nair family. Boy, it really could continue here with 2 games left.
And Taylor Baltice is within range as well. Taylor's working tough out here in this final block. I mentioned it toward the top of the show. I was curious to see some of these, some of this next generation, the young kids out there, seeing how they react in this situation, with a few of them looking for their very first championship round appearance, and Alexis and Taylor. Are ringing the bell for the challenge.
Ding, ding. Hollow Creed would say, ding, ding.
That was the exact reference I was going for there, by the way, as well. There's a couple shots left in the 10th on 27 and 28 right now. Otherwise, we're ready for game 5.
That's when I was ready to go and you have to get when I was like in a skirt and I sat down. Same general concept.
Probably a board tiger on each side.
All right, so moving to game 5 unofficially. Your top 4. Kelly Kulick plus 889. Shannon O'Keefe plus 853. Stephanie Johnson plus 698. Danielle McEwen at plus 617. And then this is where it gets really fun. Alexis Nair plus 604. Liz Johnson plus 582. Taylor Baltice plus 574. Brianna Clemmer plus 560. 2 left to go. Good point by Jason in the chat. Kelly and Shannon, yep, running away with it. Outside of some crazy unforeseen circumstance, they're going to be on the show.
It took us a little while to get to that point, Aaron, but we've made it there. Speaking of a player or two who have essentially locked up a spot or spots.
Tough start for Alexis Nair here in game 5. Back-to-back splits, 18 through 2. Looking to continue some of that momentum. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Brunswick for their continued support of the PWBA Tour. Brunswick has been a proven industry leader for over 100 years. For more information, be sure to visit www.brunswickbowling.com. Brunswick, another one of our amazing sponsors on the PWBA Tour, and we will be giving away a Brunswick bowling ball tonight. Stepladder Finals, 6 p.m. Eastern here at the Albany Open.
Shout out to, again, all of our wonderful sponsors of this great tour. Aaron, 31 and 32 is becoming that pair. At least one of those pairs. Another great start from a couple of competitors. Brianna Clemmer and Lauren Pate.
And the crowd goes wild.
Nicely done, LP. Taking care of spare business.
Danielle started with the front three before a 10-pin slowed her down in the fourth. So again, we're following Lane Talk, providing the live scoring this week. Shannon O'Keefe, early three-bagger here in Game 5. Brianna Clemmer with the lone string of strikes. Oh, I lied. Sydney Brummett has one as well. And Shannon O'Keefe with the early three-bagger. Oh, come on, Messenger. That one was picking up speed across the deck. But Clemmer in 8th place, plus 560, 57 back of the show. Started with the front five. Alexis Nair, after the back-to-back open, spare in the third, double to follow it up. See if Clemmer can get one more here, make it 6. Oh. The air out of the building. 7-10, goodness.
It always happens, and I still think there's going to be one of those terrible times. Pretty cool for Lauren and Brianna to share kind of this stage at the round of 12 and bowl together, and something that obviously they are very familiar with. I've spent so much time together at McKendree. And here they are on the professional stage.
.260 still out there for Clemmer, however. A couple frames left to go. Danielle picking up steam here. 5 out of 6. Let's head over there after this shot from Lauren Pate. 4-pin for her. Danielle gets the mixer in the 7th. 279 still out there for her. Liz Johnson in 6th place plus 582. She can get into the 240s this game. Shout out to Verity Crawley for joining us in the Bowl TV chat. Another great week in the books for Verity, advancing to the round of 32. And another one for Danielle. Things got real interesting after that last game. $156 for her. 2 games before that, she had rolled 288. To tighten things up and allow Alexis Nyer, Liz Johnson, Taylor Baltice, and Brianna Clemmer back into the mix for these final 2 games. Taylor Baltice can get to 238 this game. Excuse me, 239. That's her max. Clemmer has continued to strike. She's getting ready for her 9th frame. Can still shoot 264 this game. So makes these next couple shots here for Danielle pretty important. She can keep her distance with one of the players making a pretty big run this game. Gets it to hold line, 8 out of 9.
Danielle's in that weird position that she's not really used to being in, although the score certainly, or her current score is indicative of what she's been doing as of late. But trying to hang on, essentially, and stave off those who are trying to come for her, if you will. Instead of, in her case, many times running people down.
And essentially everything that you would have wanted to happen this game for Danielle is happening. Obviously, she's bowling phenomenal. But the only player who's really making a run to kind of compete with her score was the player farthest back in the kind of the couple-player race for that final spot. So even if she doesn't get this one, comes in a little bit light, 2.8. You know, she makes it, she's in the 250s. We mentioned Clemmer can max out 264. She's only given her a couple pins with 1 to go. Alexis Nyer, her max score 216. Liz Johnson can get to 235. So she's still gaining pins on them. But Clemmer, the player she has to be looking out for, started this particular match, or game, I should say, 57 back. Clemmer did get the double in the 10th, so she's going to be in the 260s. It's not a fun spare to shoot at on this pattern, I would imagine. Let's cover the 2-8.
I don't ever want to shoot at that. That's just how I roll, though.
264 for Clemmer.
No, Taylor not out of this thing either. She knows it.
239 still out there. Alexis Nair is going to drop to plus 588. $256 for Danielle. She's going to get to plus 673, so she's going to be 49 pins still ahead of Brianna Clemmer. Nice 267 from Sydney Brummett. She's going to be at plus 547.
Well, Aaron Smith, we are blessed to we'll have Clemmer and McEwen next to each other in Game 6.
Well, that worked out nicely. So we wrap things up here. Let's go to PWBA 2 real quick at the end of some of these games. Taylor Baltais is now at plus 602, so she's going to be 71 back of the number. Kelly Kulik doing Kelly things. Shannon is going to get to plus 873. It's amazing how unbelievably well Shannon, well, I mean, that's not unbelievable, but she's bowled so great this whole tournament and has just been trying to catch Kelly the whole time. And once again, you know, it's all about making the show at this point. Having the top seed is definitely great, but Kelly is just not letting up.
No, and there was a point, though. There was, just a few pins. I don't know if it was early this morning.
There's one pin earlier today, yep.
And when it seemed like, you know, that was going to happen, Shannon would overtake. I was like, nah. It's like, nah, I've seen you do this enough, Shannon. Let me kind of get back to it a little bit here. It's like, don't forget who the real OG is. It's kind of how Kelly's operating this week. Shout out to Verity Crawley in the chat, too. Hanging out and speaking with the community.
So unofficially right now, heading into this final game, I have Kelly Kulik at plus 922, Shannon O'Keefe at plus 873, Stephanie Johnson at plus 744, Danielle McEwen at plus 673, your top four. First player out, Brianna Clemmer plus 624, Taylor Baltice plus 602, Liz Johnson plus 595, and Alexis Nair plus 588. Unofficial. And as you mentioned, Emil, they're coming right to us.
Yeah, PWBA 2 will have Brianna Clemmer and Danielle McEwen. Clemmer 25-26, McEwen 27 and 28. And Liz Johnson will be on 29 and 30. Kelly Kulik is on 31 and 32. Other challengers, Taylor Boltice is down on 21 and 22, where Stephanie Johnson is on 23 and 24.
I give a big shout out to Kegel with products for bowling centers, coaches, and mechanics. Kegel is truly built for bowling. Be sure to visit kegel.net to learn more about all they do for our great sport of bowling. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider here on the PWBA Tour. All right, just got a note from Tennille. Looks like those scores we ran down can confirm those. So our top four with one to go: Kelly Kulik, Shannon O'Keefe, Stephanie Johnson, Danielle McEwen, Brianna Clemmer, and Taylor Baltice. The first two players out, chasing the number, chasing Danielle. Emil, we still have our giveaway left to do as well. So we're going to start that up pretty quickly here.
Run it.
It's going to be a PWBA Bowl Fearless Mini Visible once again for one lucky Bowl TV viewer. It's Clemmer, early double. All you have to do, if this is your first time visiting us on bowltv.com, first off, welcome. Thank you for joining the community. But all you have to do, you'll see a prompt in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen that says a giveaway will begin soon. It'll count down for about 60 seconds. Another prompt will show up, same spot, bottom left-hand corner, and say the giveaway has begun. It will also have a submit entry button on the screen. All you have to do is click submit entry, and you're entered for a chance to win PWBA Bowl Fearless Mini Visible. If you are in full screen mode, we do recommend you take it out for a quick second to make sure you can see the chat and see the giveaway as well. So we'll get that going here in the next couple shots. go ahead and we'll start that after Danielle's shot here in frame 3. $23 games in the books. 1 left to go here, folks, at the PWBA Albany Open.
It's all come down to this, Aaron.
Trouble for Danielle. Back-to-back shots through the nose on lane 27. An opportunity for Clemmer to put up an early 4-bagger here, folks. Did say the giveaway was going to get going, so after Brianna's shot, we will get it up and running for you. Once again, wait for the submit entry button on the screen. Clemmer. Oh, my. Oh, wow. How about that?
I know you handle your business mentally, but when you're staring at a split and you see the player who is heavily breathing down your neck, so close that one might smell it. You see the 7-10 kick out with a couple messengers. That just doesn't feel good whatsoever. What is so far the bad lane for Danielle on this particular pair.
Taylor Ball ties max score of 269 this game on 21 and 22. Shannon O'Keefe. This is very early high score reports. Like the way too early cut line. Shannon O'Keefe still has a 259 out there. So it's worth keeping an eye on the O'Keefe-Kulik start. That's about right around 50 pins for the top overall seed. Danielle gets a strike there. I believe some folks mentioned Kelly started with a Greek church. He's followed it with a strike, spare, and strike through 4. Liz Johnson can max out at 278. Congratulations to Larry. Larry Mitchell taking home a PWBA Bull Fearless Mini Visiball. Congratulations, Larry. Our marketing team will be reaching out to you soon to redeem your prize. And thank you to everybody for being part of the Bull TV community. We can't wait to see you after the conclusion of this game. 6 p.m. Eastern. Dave Lamont and CDB on the call for the stepladder finals here of the Albany Open. This might be the biggest shot of the week for Danielle.
Yeah, it's weird, man. You hate that it comes down to a shot like this when she's thrown so many great ones throughout. But that's where we find ourselves. This is not the good lane.
You saw that one was definitely more up the lane. Was not going to miss left again. But didn't have enough pop to kind of shape and get back to the pocket to mix them.
I think Danielle's going to need some help, Aaron. I'm not sure she's going to get it from Brianna Clemmer. she's got that look in her eye.
Clemmer's proved she can make her way through the tough stuff. We saw last week's pattern, her performance as she emerged, made her first championship round appearance, adds another one. This week, we got the strikes flying. She's sending pins everywhere, tripping out 710s.
If you recall last week, Aaron, there was a moment also where there was a bad game from Clemmer, but she rebounded just like today, rebounded quickly, put herself back in position to handle her business.
Just a note, Taylor Boltice still striking on 21 and 22. 269 still out there for her. Liz Johnson just left a 2.8 in the 7th frame. Her max drops down to 2.56. Danielle gets the hit on the 10 on that right lane, but can she get something going here on lane 27? Boltice did not strike in the 8th frame. 2-pin. Drops her max into the 240s now. So she would need to finish that game up and get some help from Clemmer as well. And a little bit more from McCune, too. Danielle left lane, 7th frame. Looks like she got that one a little bit more out onto the lane. 4-pin. Clemmer adds another. 279 still out there. The max right now for Danielle with this conversion is 205. That means Clemmer would have to shoot 255 or higher to lock out Danielle McHugh in this game. There's a few different ways she can do it here. She can step up, throw the strike in the 9th, mark with decent count in the 10th, pick up a mark here in the 9th, double in the 10th, good count. She'll be going to back-to-back shows here on the PWBA Tour. This rookie class, man.
This one has this is, I don't know if it's quite to that level yet. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. But I like to compare stuff to basketball, and I don't know if it's quite class of '96 NBA draft good, but it's up there.
Clemmer with the 3-6 in the 9th. So with the spare, she'll have a chance to double 8. McCune up in the 8th. Must strike situation. Comes in light.
Best she could do is 194.
That means Brianna just needs a mark here. She's going to go around Danielle McCune. Before we get to this 10th frame, gotta give a shout out to Taylor Boltice. She's going to fall a little bit short of making this top 4, but what a block to make a run at this top 4.
Yo, man, Taylor can play. In the truest sense, he keeps getting better each week.
By the way, Kelly Kulik hasn't missed since we talked about her, so she is going to be our tournament leader. Shannon O'Keefe bowled a great game, trying to make a run at her, but Kelly did not let up. So our top 2 seeds determined. Stephanie Johnson, some struggles this game, but looks like she's still going to hold on to the 3 seed. Brianna Clemmer, strike right here will do it. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, if you give her 2, that's 33.
That's 33, yep. See what Danielle does here. That's got a chance. Oh.
So if Clemmer gets 2, Aaron, she'll be at 657. That would be 233. If Danielle makes the spare, she would then have to double, I believe, get 8.
I might have to disagree with you there.
Uh-oh. Disagree away.
I have 54-57 in the books. I have Danielle with a spare in all 3 getting to 54-56.
Oh, you're right. You are correct.
So based off of that, Clemmer got the 2 she needed. She's on the show.
You are correct.
Stephanie Johnson is going to be the number 3 seed. Taylor Boltice, 8 pins behind Clemmer.
Wow. You are correct. Call myself right in the 7. That was a 3.
So there we have it, folks. Unofficially, our top 4, Kelly Kulik, Shannon O'Keefe, Stephanie Johnson, and Brianna Clemmer for the show here at the PWBA Albany Open.
Boy, that is just going to, man. 1 pin.
1 pin. $54-57. The running total. Once again, they will double check all the scores here. Make sure what the computer is showing is the same as the score sheets and all that. But it's looking like it's going to be 1 pin here. The difference, Brianna Clemmer making the show. Well, not the way Alexis wanted to end her tournament, but she bowled fantastic throughout the course of this entire event.
Athletes, please, out of those score sheets, we'll get them.
54-55, 2 pins, the difference. Brianna Clemmer ahead of Danielle McCune to make the show.
Round 4, the PWBA Albany Open. We're going to start with our athletes, please, add up those score sheets. We'll get them verified here in just a moment and announce who will advance to our top 4 step ladder final. And we those athletes to get up our number 3 qualifier from McKinney, Texas, Stephanie Johnson. The winner of that match will go on to face the number 2 qualifier from O'Fallon, Illinois, bringing PWBA Player of the Year, Shannon O'Keefe. And the winner of that match will face the tournament leader from Union, New Jersey, USBC Hall of Famer, Kelly Stewart. These are the top 4 finalists for our live OCB Step Ladder Final for the 2021 PWBA Albany Open. How about another round of applause? And the winner of that match will face the tournament leader from Union, New Jersey, USBC Hall of Famer, Kelly Stewart. We're going to have our Step Ladder. These are the top 4 finalists for our live OCB Step Ladder Finals of the 2021 PWBA Albany Open. How about another round of applause for all of the competitors? On behalf of the entire PWBA staff and crew, thank you for joining us today and your support of the PWBA Tour. We're going to have our Step Ladder Finals starting right here at 6 o'clock, so we can get set up for that exciting TV show. We're going to ask all of our spectators to please move to the low end of the building. Everybody needs to move down the other side of lanes 21 and 22 so we can get it set up. And we would greatly appreciate it.
All right, folks, we saw the lineup. We saw the 4 players. Emil, we're going to bring it back into us right now here to talk about this show. There he is. Emil Williams Jr. PWBA Albany Open Stepladder Final. Our top 4 are determined. Kelly Kulik has been the dominant player throughout the course of the week. Is our top overall seed. Shannon O'Keefe awaits in the semifinal match. And our opening match, Stephanie Johnson taking on Brianna Clemmer. Clemmer making her 2nd consecutive championship round appearance. So, folks, 6 p.m. Eastern, we're in store for something special.
No doubt about it, man. Brianna Clemmer, the Rook, of course, doing what she had to do. Final game to hop into the show. Stephanie Johnson opened up this tournament with the lead after round 1, has maintained that top 5 position, really top 4 throughout the weekend. Shannon O'Keefe has been player of the year like. She's been great throughout. No games under 200 this week.
Oh, wow.
Incredible stuff from what I'm seeing. Actually, that's not true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's only today. So don't quote me on that. But Kelly Kulik, of course, the 300 to end last night, putting in more work this morning into the afternoon to maintain and seal that top seed. Could this be the week? Her 3rd Stepladder Finals appearance already this year. Is that correct, Aaron? 3 for Kelly?
That would be correct. So yeah, she's finished 3rd at the Twin Cities Open, was the runner-up as the top seed at the Lincoln Open. So is this her week to get back into the winner's circle on the PWBA Tour? You're going to have to tune in to BowlTV.com to find out, folks. We can't wait to see you at 6 p.m. Eastern. Once again, Dave Lamont and the Hall of Famer, CDB, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, will be joining us here. So we're going to start getting prepared for the show. Remember, swing by BowlTV.com. A couple minutes early. We usually have a pregame show, so that's still scheduled to happen about 15 minutes before we kick things off. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about the finalists, the show, all the good stuff that you love to have before the step ladder finals. So we're going to go ahead and sign off, get ready for that. Once again, a big thank you to USBC, BPWA, and their board of directors for their continued support of the PWBA Tour. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider for the PWBA Tour. the players for putting on a striking performance for us this week. It was fun to watch the strikes add up over the course of the weekend at the Kingpins Family Fun Center. Very fun to watch. Of course, you folks, Bowl TV crowd, you guys rock. Always love chatting with you. Looking forward to seeing you in the stepladder finals as well in just a little bit. For the staff at Kingpins Alley, big shout out to Doug and his crew. For Tennille, Caitlin, Kathy, Cecil on site, and of course the Bowl TV team, Curtis Von Kruger, Emil Williams Jr., I'm Aaron Smith. We're signing off for right now from the PWBA Albany Open, but we'll be back 6 p.m. Eastern for the stepladder final, the top 4 coming to you live here on Bowl TV. So, folks, we'll see you then. And remember, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here.